Hello guys, welcome back to another Death Frontier 2 video. Today we're going to be talking about again rankings. It's after the pistol buff patch, so let's get straight into it. Right, so the first thing we're going to talk about is the guns with the highest DPS in the game, damage per second. So the first place are assault rifles. With Pale Haven's Guardian in the game, assault rifles have the highest DPS in the game. You can get above 1.8k. The second place is submachine guns. You can get above 1.7k DPS. The third place, shotguns, you can get up to 1.3k, something like that, I think, or above 1.2k, can't remember. Fourth, rifles, you can get above 800 DPS, and pistols, fifth, which I'm not sure how high DPS can go, but yeah, that's for the DPS wise. Right, the next thing we're gonna talk about is maintenance, like maintenance cost, like how expensive it is to run like these weapons. The most expensive one, number one, are shotguns, especially auto shotguns. 12 gauge, it can be very expensive. Let me show you the price now. Like 12 gauge can be very expensive. Right now it goes around 7k a stack. Usually later on it'll go, yeah, there you go, it's like it gets to close to 9k a stack, which is very expensive. 10 gauge is not that expensive, so I advise you to go for 10 gauge. You can still kill the enemies quite fast, but yeah, shotguns are holding the first place for being the most expensive weapon to maintain use in terms of ammo. Second one, assault rifles. 7.62 can be very expensive. It's usually about 5k, can get up to, yeah, there we go, can get up to 7k. This is the highest I've seen so far, but usually goes between 5 and 6k. So assault rifles hold the second place in terms of how expensive they are to run. Third one, submachine guns. If you're using .45, it's like, it can be like from 3.5k to 5k, depends, even up to 6k sometimes, but usually it's around 4.5k. And if you're using .40, it usually goes for 3k. Yeah, now it's below, but yeah, usually around 3k. Let's say 2.5 to 3.5k is usual price for .40. So that puts the submachine guns to the third place. Fourth place are pistols. They're using the same rounds, .45 and .40, but you know, the pistols have a quite high headshot damage actually, if you look at, you know, the damage itself compared to SMGs. So it's like, that's why they're in the fourth place. So they're not that expensive to use compared to SMGs, because you have you know, you get more for that one bullet, more damage than one bullet. And fifth, rifles. The 9mm rounds usually go for around 3k. Now, okay, they're now a little bit more, but usually goes like from 2 to 3k, but right now for some reason they're up to 4k almost. But yeah, usually goes from 2.5 to 3.5k. Have that in mind. So rifles are in the fifth place, which is, they're the cheapest to use. Or yeah, I almost forgot, you can use 8mm rifle rounds, which can be very cheap. Usually sometimes they're even below 1k. You can see them sometimes like for 500, 600, 700 bucks that you get for a stack, which is very cheap. Look at this, 1.2k. So let's say 1k to 1.5k per stack, which is very cheap. So rifles are the cheapest to maintain, to use. Right, the next thing we're going to talk about is playability, like skill wise, how hard it is to play with certain weapons. So the first place, the easiest weapon to play with currently at the moment, in my opinion, are pistols. Pistols are definitely the easiest to play due to no aim time, like literally doesn't have any aim time, and the minimum maximum accuracy is very low, so you're very accurate. So that puts pistols at the #1 spot currently at the moment with the current patch. Second, shotguns. You go just for body damage with the shotguns example, and that's pretty much the meta right now. And you just aim for the body and you melt everything in your path. So I do put shotguns in the second place. Third, submachine guns. Well, they require a bit of skill, because like if you either like go headshot or you go hybrid headshot and body damage, which still requires some skill to aim. So I do put submachine guns in third place. Assault rifles, well, you're most likely gonna go for headshot damage, or you can go hybrid headshot and body, which still requires quite a lot of skill, I would say. So yeah, I will put assault rifles at the fourth place, because most of people are gonna go for headshot, because that's worth your cash. And the fifth one, last, rifles. I think rifles require the most skill in the game, because you gotta aim for those headshots, and some enemies have bones, so they'll have their heads covered in bones, and it can be quite hard to hit the head if they have a full helmet. So I do put rifles at the 5th place as the reason, and I think they require the most skill to play with in the game. Right, now we're gonna talk about overall conclusions, ranking guns and everything. I do go, my best pick currently at the current patch would definitely be assault rifles, number 1. The clear time very fast. Ammo cost, well, it's not that expensive compared to the shotguns, but it's still like it's quite expensive. But for the amount of cash you're gonna pay, you clear very fast, and it's like you can do the whole city in one round without a problem. So that puts assault rifles at number 1. Second, submachine guns. Why? Well, you can carry big amounts of ammo with you, which can be very useful because you can clear the whole city. Very high DPS. Like I said, you can go hybrid. The same with assault rifles. You can also go hybrid, which I think you don't have that many problems with the enemies overall. Only like if you have spined enemies, that's the biggest counter for like assault rifles and submachine guns. So I do put submachine guns at the 2nd place. 3rd place, shotguns. At current patch, I think shotguns are the 3rd best weapon overall when you look at everything. Definitely, if you look at when it comes to killing enemies and everything, shotguns are insanely powerful. Like body damage, they're insanely powerful, very strong. Like if you are someone who doesn't have much time to play and you're planning to buy credits and sell them, I advise you to go for shotguns because you're gonna save yourself a lot of time if you're planning to boss hunt. So that puts shotguns at the 3rd place because they're melting everything in their way. The only problem you're gonna have is like optic enemies. Sometimes they can be spined ones also, but most of the time you'll have very easy time with shotguns. Okay, 4th one, pistols. Overall, why pistols? Well, like when you look at the whole kill time, how long it takes you to kill the enemy and everything, like compared to other weapons, it's quite slow. But man, if you do not care about how fast you're gonna kill the enemy, if you care about how much cash you're gonna save, pistols are your choice. I highly advise you to go for pistols. So if you want to save as much as cash and you want to deal decent amount of damage, something like in between like rifles and SMGs, pistols are your choice to pick. Right choice to pick, sorry. And the last one, rifles. Why are rifles the last? I think rifles are, they need a change currently. I do put them in the last place because they don't have anything special about them. You can use pistols for bossing and looting, same with rifles, but the only thing you get from rifles is just extra range, which I don't find that they're very accurate and you can get at range, which I don't find that useful at the moment because most of the time we're fighting indoors. So I do put rifles at the 5th place, yeah, that's my overall conclusion about all the weapons. So I hope rifles will get some change, they'll get some kind of a buff or something, because I think they definitely deserve some love. And yeah, that'll be it for this video, guys. Make sure you follow me on Twitch, Wrestling Different Tier 2 every day. Make sure you join my Discord, JZ World. Make sure you follow me on Twitter and Instagram. And yeah, guys, that'll be it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in another video of Different Tier 2, guys. Have a good one. Peace.